I did.
I need to reverse my camera because it's really annoying me seeing me on stream in reverse.
Well, how can you tell?
Because well, it's the same with you as well, where it's like from this screen you look fine, but then when looking on stream, Pharaoh's is in reverse.
Oh yeah, no, I'm seeing it on there.
And I'm backwards.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah.
I just need to invert myself because it's really annoying.
So, can I reverse it in Discord?
I have no idea.
Video. El gato. Yeah, I don't see it in the devices. What do we got? Nope, stream remote in voice and video. No. All I want to do. Now I know I can change it in my settings for my Elgato camera. I am on my way. Alright, well let's do this. Let's go. Discord camera backwards. Discord only mirrors your webcam feed, meaning the image you see in the preview is reverse version of what others see. This is a common issue that users find frustrating when trying to use text overlays. You can flip your camera in Discord desktop, but you have to use a third-party app camera program like OBS and Camera Source. Man.
I'm not installing OBS to just flip my camera on Discord.
Well, I'm using OBS, but
Sure, yeah.
let's see.
I mean, you're the guy, you know.
I am the guy. See, it looks fine on Discord now, but it doesn't look right on Camera Hub, but whatever. Woo! Dancing! Go, go, go. I'll leave it. Whatever. I am on my way. Oh, wait a minute. Like, yeah, I might be able to figure it out. Subscribe to earn drops. Get rewarded by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Urban Pharaoh's channel while they are live in any category. It must be desperate. I am on my way. Oh, I gotta try to. Oh, we what was it? I started because I already seen the first season, but I started with Isaiah and Isaac and Cameron Andor season 1 because they haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I started Star Wars Skeleton Crew this week.
I need to watch
it. Universe.
There's that, and also a Marvel show to watch.
What's that?
There's that and the Marvel show I need to watch.
What's the Marvel show?
The Agatha All Along. I've heard it's good, but I just haven't seen it.
Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Dee, dee, dee. Dee, 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 dee. Ba 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 da 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 da. Let's see. Have you been watching much stuff this week?
No.
All right. You've been playing Doom?
I played it once.
Once. I did too.
I very much like how you can customize it however you want
Okay.
to whichever playstyle you want. So you just whack the game speed up really high, and you make yourself really strong, make them super weak. You just absolutely.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
So I'm just like racing around, slaughtering everyone.
All right. Hey, Ultimate Hater, resubscribe. 58 months, Mark. 58. Thank you very much.
58.
58. I sent you a message on Facebook there, Mark.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
I sent you a message on Facebook. I didn't like Expedition. Oh my gosh, that's game of the year. Easily game of the year. Oh, it's so stinking great.
I mean, to be fair, like, you know, Mark saying that's coming from a guy who said that Gollum was going to be game of the year.
Oh, that's terrible, Lee. Terrible. The Last Jedi tipped $100. That was the new tipper. Last Jedi Hawk 2.
I wonder who sent that.
Mm-hmm. There's only one person that liked The Last Jedi. One. Two, including Ryan Johnson.
It's accurate to say that I liked it. I didn't love it.
There's nobody that could officially love that movie.
Okay, man.
It's just not a good movie. Man, we were talking. Shut up. We were talking about that last night, and we were saying on. Hey, Mark. We were saying on how Ryan Johnson just derailed everything by just murdering Snoke like he was nothing, Phasma like she was nothing. It was just so sad. Please run camera.
That's how you.
What's that?
If that's how you want to think of it.
That's exactly how it is. There's no thinking about it. That's how it is.
It's not.
It is. It is. Phasma died a pussy's death, and Snoke was just irrelevant. Ooh.
It was made irrelevant by J.J. Abrams.
Right at the beginning, he was supposed to be the dude, and Ryan's like, nah. Let's just derail everything that he was doing. I don't know if I can hear you, Mark. 1 sec here. Like it's showing up.
For like
I checked.
Yeah, there we are. I can hear you now.
All right.
I love that you said Mike check Jim Ryan.
All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Garbage.
Hey, welcome to the PCU, the Pharaoh's Cinematic Universe, where we have fired up the movie podcast and just chat about movies and stuff. And this is episode 6. In 2 years, we've done 6 episodes, and so we've completed 5. We're on to 6, and we're about to have a really good time. We get just some things to chat about, and we did our homework, and we're going to chat about our homework, and yeah, we're going to have a good time. And joining us this week is Ultimate Hater 87. Mark, what's going on? What's new other than your Popeye's big vacation sort of conference, which looked awesome, and that seemed really cool, and you get to see bare naked ladies. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, so Popeye's convention was great down in Orlando. Yes, it was. I got to watch the Bare Naked Ladies perform. For those who don't know, that's a Canadian band. Canada was well represented in Popeye's this year at the conference. There was a lot of award winners that came out of Canada for their Popeyes and stuff like that, for their sales and their customer service and stuff like that. Congratulations to Popeyes. To Canada. It almost seemed a little biased. In my opinion.
No, how come?
No, I'm just joking. But even the comedian that they had in the host of it, he was from Canada as well.
Okay.
So
who's the host?
I would be lying to you if I remember.
Okay. No, that's cool.
But he is a comedian. He's been on Comedy Central and stuff like that. But as soon as that was over, I just got back from a cruise this past Saturday. I was gone for 7 days in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas. It was really nice and really relaxing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Surrounded by great food. The pizza was excellent, and I did not put on a single pound, so I'm very proud.
Hey, good for you. You're not getting ravaged or around you by these tornadoes, eh? You doing all right?
No.
Okay.
No. We did have I did get a notification on my phone that there was a tornado warning in my city. It was good distance away from my house, so there was no worries or concerns there. But yeah, it's
I'm
pretty severe right now.
Man. That's insane. Kentucky's getting ravaged, and it's just wild. I reached out to Kimmy B yesterday because Kentucky just got destroyed, but she said it was the southern that was getting hit with all those tornadoes and stuff. It's insane, and Kansas and all these other areas. It's just wild. I feel bad because these are miles wide. Tornadoes just ripping through and devastating everything, and not just a tornado. Hey, here's a minute. These are 30 minutes of just going through, destroying whatever it can, and it's scary.
Yeah.
Who'd you sail with?
I sailed with another streamer. His name is Zay. My buddy Zay from TikTok, the Call of Duty King that I know. Yeah. And him and his wife, it was a great time. They were really nice people.
What company?
MSC.
MSC, okay.
Yes, Mediterranean Sailing Company. That's what it stands for.
Awesome.
So hopefully, I just now realized that. I thought it was a one-off, but St. John's, New Brunswick, Canada, is a cruise port.
Yes.
A lot of ships. I had no clue.
No, we get probably 80 to 100 cruise ships every year. It has turned, I'd say the last 5 to 10 years, it has boomed. And it's incredible. We're definitely a port. And finally, our boardwalk and everything is done. And it looks gorgeous. And so where you guys sail into, you stop and then you have to walk down this path and you pass the container village, which is all of these shipping containers turned into businesses. And so they turned into a village, whatever. You go buy crap and stuff, which is really cool. Then you hit towards Market Square. And in there, they just revamped everything. It was an eyesore for 2 years, and now it's done, and it looks exquisite. And so, yeah.
Future cruise destination for me. I will go by St. John's, Canada.
So make sure it's St. John, not plural. St. John's will take you to Newfoundland, or St. John will take you to New Brunswick.
Got you. On the lookout for that. Um, but yeah, I also seen that you had a little scare there recently too.
Not just a scare, we had a straight up murder really close to us. And it's actually right across from where I park my car when I walk into work. And I was
Wow.
in the office, and this stuff rarely or never happens. And it was intense. And the scary thing is there was three dudes. All three of them now are captured, charged with first-degree murder. One dude was 30, the other one was 20, and the other one was 17. And so there's 3 lives destroyed, including the dude they murdered too. I'm not sure if it was a drug deal gone wrong or whatever, but yeah, this stuff doesn't happen, man. But it's just getting bad. It's really sad.
You said 30, 20,
And 17.
20, and 17. That 17-year-old has not had a chance to experience one bit of life yet. Even the 20-year-old. And
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And so the next 25 years they'll be, because it's all on camera, right? Everything was recorded, and so everything has been seen, and all they have to do, there's no way they'll plead not guilty. There's no way, and so they'll just be like, here's the video, there's you, and yeah. So and we were all on lockdown. I was in the office, and yeah. And then I had to walk back to my car, and there was still two dudes at large, whatever. So it's funny. You get that feeling. Like, I'm not scared or anything. It's just you get that feeling that everybody is suspicious, everyone you look at, because you're not 100% sure who the assailants are and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
wild.
you always got to be on alert and vigilant at all times, especially here in America. I mean, you see it all the time on the news how horrible it is, and now down in New Orleans they had those 8 inmates escape.
Yes.
And I mean, the only thing I thought was funny about that is some of the messages they put on the wall over the toilet that they escaped from.
They put messages over the toilets?
Yeah, they put a little. They carved out little messages on the toilets. I gotta look it up and send it to you what it said. But when I first seen it, I thought it was a little bit funny.
Okay.
But,
All right. So yeah, this has been wild. So, and joining as always is Lee. Lee, how's it going, dude?
I'm doing awesome. Seems I'm doing better than you guys. Given the circumstances.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, I'm doing great. Work's going great.
Excellent.
Not that much to report.
So, have you watched anything this week? Other than the Napoleon Dynamite movie, have you watched any TV shows or any other movies or anything?
I finished off Andor season 2.
Oh,
which I highly recommend watching.
Yeah, I'll be watching. Curvy, you're allowed to hop in here too, eh? Keep going.
Yeah, it's an incredible show. Very very well done in its production. In terms of casting, everything, and it really links to Rogue One. So if you love Rogue One,
that's my favorite.
The original trilogy, you're gonna love this. Because it's, it was said out, so it's not really a spoiler, but the end of season 2 of Andor leads up directly into Rogue One. So you get to follow it the whole way.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, so I highly recommend it.
Okay.
You're not gonna have to watch like the Clone Wars or a bunch of other shows to understand what's going on. It's really just this, so it's a more mature show.
Yeah.
For Star Wars at least.
So hold on, I heard there was a sexual assault scene. Is that true?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, it's
Vamp.
Yeah.
Is there? Whew.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, my boys told me about it. I was like, in Star Wars? He goes, yeah, that's what they're getting a lot of kind of flack for, saying, do we need this in a Star Wars show? And okay. Like I can't wait to see
I mean-
season 2 because season 1 was so awesome. But
Yeah. I mean, you'll know it when you see it.
oh
It's,
yeah,
it is. Yeah.
okay,
But I think I think it's good that it doesn't like shy away from stuff like that.
yeah.
That it doesn't just gloss over things like that, because I'm sure, like, even in Star Wars, stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that would still exist.
Well, season 1 starts out with murder of 2 dudes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else you're watching?
I'm sort of in a lull. I need to find a show to just grab onto.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
More so than films, because I'm gonna end up seeing films as they come out anyway.
Sure.
And because of this, I'll be seeing a new film every week.
Yes, that's right. All right, Mark.
Or new to me, at least.
Have you watched anything, any movies, any TV shows this week?
Yes, I started watching Stranger Things.
Okay. Have you not watched it yet?
No, I have not watched it yet. So I watched the very first episode the other night. So I'm going to finish out the season because I hate starting stuff and not finishing it. But it was pretty interesting. It caught my attention. I will say that it caught my attention. So hopefully it's a good series.
So it is. You're lucky because all of us that started from day one love the show. And then they go like years without making another season only to bring it back. And by then you kind of lose interest. It's like, yeah, whatever. This new season coming out, the final one, I'm like, whatever. But like, it's good. But you lost. I lost it. I lost my attention. I lost the urgency to watch it, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, what else?
So what else have I watched recently? What was I watching? I was watching the Shawshank Redemption again on the flight home from Miami. So I did enjoy that movie. Trying to think, what else have I watched since I've been back? I've been on YouTube a lot since I've been back.
Okay.
Trying to catch up on all these videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's all I've really watched recently.
Okay.
Other than being on YouTube.
Yeah. For myself, I started Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Big difference.
Blasphemy.
Big difference, yeah. So that is basically Goonies, but in space. And not as good as Goonies, I don't mind saying. But like the acting isn't so great. The story's a little intriguing. But the acting wasn't so good. And some of the characters are just eye roll characters. Like, oh my gosh, come on. We can't just do better than that. And then some of the stuff is actually pretty decent. So I haven't finished yet. I think I binged like 5 episodes or whatever. So I will continue to finish that. I think there's only 8 or something like that. I'm watching season 1 of Andor again, just so with the boys, just so they can watch it with me. Because I really want to watch season 2. And they're like, well, I'll watch it. I'll watch it as well. And they're like, well, we got to start at the beginning and keep going. Let's see. Is there? And then Steph and I watching our usual stuff. I'm like last week I complained about them killing Peter Krause off of 911, and so we watched the last episode. I didn't watch it because I give 2 craps. I don't care anymore about the show 911, even though Angela Bassett's awesome, but she just not the heart and soul of the show. So I really couldn't care less. I seriously need to watch all the Star Wars shows. Yes, you do. Starting
That
with
is a big undertaking.
Starting with the Christmas special back in 1979 or whatever it was, or 1980. What else? Was there something else? You watching WWE LFG, Mark?
I love you, Solo. No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, the season finale was yesterday, and last night. And it's actually really good. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend watching LFG. That's really good. And then, of course, I'm watching wrestling and stuff because I'm back into that. But, yeah, that's it. And we got some big stuff coming up this week. On Thursday, I'm going to see the new Mission Impossible movie, which is okay. I need to bring up IGN here. Okay. I don't know what is wrong with these guys, and well, I kind of do, and I'm going to speculate, blah blah blah. But IGN blows my mind with their reviews, and they just posted one for Mission Impossible, if I can find it. Ba-ba-ba-da-da, I'm loving it. One second here. That's that. Oh yeah, they post so much, it's crazy.
I know they're so friendly to Xbox and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So check this out. And I had to comment. The Star Wars Christmas Special, aka the only Star Wars that George was personally embarrassed of. It's hilarious. All right. So they posted this. It says the somber tone and melodramatic dialogue in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning missed the mark of what's made this franchise so much fun for 30 years. They gave it a 6 out of 10. But you know what their final score was? Or the final words? Check this out. This apparently is a 6 out of 10. While its action is reliably thrilling and a few of its most exciting sequences are sure to hold up through years, Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning tries to deal with no less than the end of every living thing on the planet and suffers because of it. And that's a 6 out of 10. I don't understand how something could be so thrilling and hold up over the years. But you know what, though? It's a 6 out of 10. And somebody posted, IGN gave the Snow White show a 7 out of 10. I don't understand how these fools are still in business. I could instantly give me a week at IGN and I could fix IGN. And so they don't have to do access media. They don't have to do all this spewing of lies and garbage. I can easily fix IGN. And all it would take is getting to know the people, what they like, and have them in charge of that stuff. Because guarantee whoever reviewed Mission Impossible has never seen Mission Impossible, does not like action movies or anything like that. You can't tell, I'm just so sick and tired of critics like this. It's disgusting. So I of course had to spew my stuff. I told them they were pathetic, but that stuff's frustrating. But it's getting good reviews everywhere else. You just get these clowns there. People still take game reviews seriously. Yes, they do. People still take movie and game reviews very seriously. It all depends on who it is, really. And that stuff is still relevant, unfortunately. Having these critics do reviews, it's just their motivation and the crap what they say and stuff behind it is totally off the mark. But all right, what's that, Mark?
It's because a lot of people thrive on negativity and stuff like that.
Yes,
they want to read all the bad stuff. So IGN is kind of like that, food critic from Ratatouille. Igor, I think his name is.
Yeah.
It was just like where everything, like he said, people thrive on negativity and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same concept. Like that's what people see a big headline, 6 out of 10 or something like that. They're going to immediately click on it. Well, what are they talking about?
So,
yeah. And it's it's ultimately what they're doing is working because, well, you've just read out all that stuff there, Paul. So because it's a negative thing, you've then jumped on that.
Yes.
And given them attention where they probably don't deserve it.
Yeah, it's more like clickbait. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's
there you go.
And being a contrarian. About it all.
And that's how they drive in their views.
Yeah.
And they get this idiot that has no clue what he's talking about. Whatever of the plot and stuff like that. The movie is apparently thrilling, and some of the scenes will stand up through the test of time and throughout the years. I think that sounds like a good friggin' movie. The problem is it's 2 hours and 50 minutes long, and it's going to be at least 50 minutes of Tom Cruise running.
We need yeah, we kind of need to get away from like the of having like just long films that don't need to exist.
Well, who knows?
Like
Maybe it needs to be 3 hours. But do we need 50 minutes
some
of Tom Cruise running?
no.
But we'll discuss this on Monday because like I'm gonna go see it and I'll give my spoiler-free, I guess, review. We'll go through it unless you guys see it. But yeah, it's just there's so many movies coming out here in the next 3 months that it's going to be exciting and awesome. And so yeah, let's hop into a little bit of news. I did capture some news as some things that may seem a little bit exciting. Is the Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum one? We don't need that movie. I'm just throwing that out there. John Rice Davies said, "If I'm what's that?"
Oscar is going to get Academy Awards for Best Actor, Best Animation, Best Everything.
Well, let's discuss that here in a sec. John Rice Davies said, "If I'm asked to serve," that's the gentleman who played Gimli, "I will consider it and probably say yes." Apparently, this is coming out December 2027. The Hunt for Gollum. So, why do we need a Gollum movie since we know everything about Gollum? Andy Serkis is apparently directing it. I assume he's going to be doing the voice for Gollum.
Andy Serkis is amazing, but we don't need this.
I would
You could
love.
probably direct a different thing.
I would love more Lord of the Rings for sure. Give me some more stories, but
I want the Silmarillion.
I don't even know what that is.
It's basically like a different like way in the past for Lord of the Rings, like back where, like back in the First Age.
Okay, no, that's cool.
And where the bigger Dark Lord, like bigger than Sauron, existed, and
Okay,
that would be he was called Morgoth.
huh?
That would be so interesting.
I knew nothing about that. That sounds cool. It's just, we know Smeagol before he was a hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
How he lives forever because he has the ring. He turns into this creature eating fish and stuff like that. Then he leads them to Mount Doom or whatever, and then dies in the fire. Like, what else needs to be told?
Just summed up the entire franchise.
The Silmarillion was the book written by J.J.R.'s son, right? Was it by J.J.?
Yeah.
Okay. How about coming up with a completely new story instead of just read? Yes, Pete is right. We need a new Lord of the Rings story instead of the same. I'll go see it. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to go see it because it's Lord of the Rings universe. But I don't need a Gollum movie.
I think they're just trying to capitalize off the success of the video game. They see the demand out there was for it. They must have seen the podcast when I announced that it was going to be the game of the year, and we're like, wow, if he's saying if they're saying this on a major podcast that's viewed by millions, then there must be some truth behind it. Let's make a movie.
Yeah, it's the demand for something that is like really good that's Lord of the Rings, and the game just didn't meet that. So the demand is still there. It's just the game didn't even accomplish anything of it. So
That's
now
for
we need
another-
the film to satisfy us,
Yeah.
quench us.
Honestly, I have zero interest in seeing it, but when it comes out, I know I'm going to go see it just because I love that universe, stuff like that. So apparently, Aragorn, who plays Aragorn
Yes.
again, he's going to be in it. I think Ian McKellen's going to be playing Gandalf again or something. I don't know. I just...
Is it time to recast some of these people though?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, they're recasting all the Harry Potter people for that series that they're doing, and I'm sure that's going to be another topic for another day. But still, I mean, it gets to a point where it's kind of time to recast. I mean, think about it. How many? There's been 3 actors that have played Spider-Man in movies. There's been 5 or 6 Batmans? Let's see.
Yeah, it's been like 5 Supermans.
Yeah, there's been about 5 different Supermans and stuff like that. So I mean, I mean, sometimes you've got to recast some of these characters and stuff like that, and just and let go because you never know. There could be somebody even better in the works, just waiting. Like, I mean, imagine what's the name? Picard. What's that actor's name? Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
And have him play Gandalf or something like that.
I
I'm sure.
love Jean-Luc Picard. I'm just saying. Patrick Stewart is one of my faves.
I
think you
I
make it
wouldn't.
happen.
I mean, I wouldn't really recast Ian McKellen for Patrick Stewart because part of the thing is that you'd kind of want to have someone a
Well,
bit younger.
Lee, are you ready for this? It was announced, or rumored, I should say, they want to make, who is it? Professor X and Magneto black characters now.
Mm-hmm.
They want to turn them into black characters. Same thing they're doing with Snape for
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I just
By the way, on that whole Snape casting too, it is well written in the books for those who have read the books that Snape is very pale skin.
okay.
That's one of the biggest characteristics about him. His pale skin, greasy looking hair
Yeah.
is well written about Snape, and you classically cast him as a black man, which I mean, I just don't I don't understand it. I mean,
I don't know.
it's nothing being prejudiced or anything.
No, it just doesn't make sense.
It just does not make sense.
If the race is important for the character, like in terms of a characteristic, then don't change it. Like it's
Sure.
like so you'd never have like the superhero Black Panther. You'd never have him as a white guy.
Why not?
Because the thing is that it's Africa. It is,
South Africa's
meant to be
predominantly white, and your people British.
Yeah,
but
Brad
it's meant to
Pitt can
be
play
an
Black Panther.
So this
but
is
it's
sort
meant
of
to be an ancestral thing.
sure.
and
No,
it's
I get
so,
that.
So that's integral to the character.
It's
But
just
if you pick, yeah,
there's
and
prime characters that should just not be touched. Professor X is one of them.
yeah.
Magneto.
It's like iconic. Like people who made those, like those actors made those characters
Yes.
famous. Like even Robert Downey Jr. Like something that I think worked in terms of a change in the race of cast is Nick Fury, because in the comics Nick Fury is a white guy.
Yeah, but it's Samuel L. Jackson though.
Yeah, and changing it to Samuel Jackson was quite controversial at the time, but they made it work to
Yes.
the point where he is now recognized more as being Samuel
Sure.
Jackson than any other character.
Yeah.
But the thing is that his race was not integral to the character, so it didn't matter. Whereas something like Snape, it does.
matters.
It matters. There's been a fan cast for years of people getting getting Adam Driver
Yes,
to play a young
makes sense to
Snape,
me.
and I think that would have been a great choice.
He's the only choice, Adam Driver, to play Snape. It really is.
100% agree.
It's so funny. We're chatting about all this last night. Me, Isaiah, and Cameron. We were watching a hockey game, and I turned off the Leafs game partway after the second period when they went down 3-0. I said, "F you." We're watching Andor's episode 2, and so that's true story. And you could see my Facebook post of my utter hatred towards the Leafs right now. And so that's some of the stuff we chatted about was the race swapping them out. And like you said, it is fine with some characters, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. And so apparently we're going to watch a trailer for Ironheart. Apparently that is a Disney created a DEI character. Basically, apparently there's no other Marvel comic book history of Ironheart and stuff. I don't know because I'm not a big Marvel dude overall. Like I love Marvel, that's great, but apparently this was a Disney created character.
There is some. It's not. It does exist.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, good. No, and we'll discuss it. We'll watch. We got 4 trailers to watch, and we can discuss them.
I just think it would. There's way more interesting stories than you could do about than her.
Yes.
Like, that's my hang up.
No, it's true. I have a Black Lives Matter T-shirt that's all superheroes, and they're all the black superheroes that are like main.
Sure.
And I think there's like 6 of them. They all got their fist up, which is really cool. Why can't we just have some of that then? But whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I have no issues. Yeah. Snape.
How do you get over? Excuse me, I'm sorry, but how
That's
do you
all
get over Magneto's character history? Because he is a famous character for being a Jewish Holocaust survivor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like there was no African Americans in during the Holocaust takeover. At least, not to my knowledge, is not portrayed down in history as being that way.
I don't know.
But so how does that even work out?
Yeah, that is like
I don't know.
extremely important for the character.
Yeah, exactly, extremely important.
One of his defining traits. Like, yeah.
So I was trolling on Facebook regarding that story, and I said if they do this, RuPaul better be playing Professor X. And somebody said, "Be careful, they just might do it here." I gotta find the story. It's just I'm more baffled on why they're doing this.
Yeah, there's a story in the comics where like, you know how like there's a council of all the superheroes. There's also a council of all the supervillains, and among those supervillains, there's like Magneto, and then there's also Red Skull. And the thing is that all the villains agree that they hate Red Skull because he's a Nazi. And who would have the biggest problem with that than Magneto? Because
Exactly.
Magneto was a Holocaust survivor and would directly hate Red Skull. And that's all stuff in the comics where there are stories about it, where like Kingpin creates a whole arena to depower like Red Skull just so that people can wail on him. And it's funny how that is done in comics and they're translating it poorly now. Like this.
So I shared the story in the chat. The Facebook post says Marvel Studios is considering black actors for the roles of Professor X and Magneto, and it shows a picture of Denzel Washington in the Magneto suit. And so it's just, I was like, stop it. Please don't. Please don't.
I mean, Denzel would be a hell of a Magneto, in my opinion.
Denzel's
However,
amazing.
But it's just, how do you get over his character background? Unless they completely redo his entire character, and everything Stan Lee did for the last 70 years meant absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll see what happens, guys. We will see what happens. All right. Next one is Minecraft movie, number 2 highest grossing movie year to date. So far, so that's fantastic. That's doing really good. It says a Minecraft.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, a Minecraft movie has. Have you seen it, Mark?
No, I have not seen it.
A Minecraft movie has made it past another major record. It is now in the top 75 highest grossing movies of all time at the worldwide box office, taking the number 75 slot. At the time of writing this, they're saying the movie worldwide gross sits at $921.9 million friggin' dollars for a Minecraft movie, and you can buy it now, or rent it, or whatever you want to do digitally and on Blu-ray and DVD and all that stuff. So that's crazy. What a testament to this movie. And apparently it's just behind now the Jumanji movie, Jack Black's first Jumanji movie, and so that's kind of exciting. I really just recommend people just want to go to the movies and provide a fun escape. I'll tell you right now, I seen this movie. It is legit a super fun escape, and you just go in there just to have a really good time. And I wanted to go see it a second time, but just movies are super expensive. So, but yeah, it was fantastic. I had a really good time. And Lee, did you say you've seen it? You did, yes. Yes, you've
Yeah.
seen it.
It was fun. I clearly didn't enjoy it as much as you, but
Shut
it
up,
was one
Lee.
of but it's one of those like I don't know, like so bad it's good type films. Where
Yeah.
you just where like clearly the actors knew that they weren't going to be in like a very prestigious film, but they just decided to have a lot of fun with it, and that's the main takeaway. You just have a lot of fun with the film.
That's it. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was laughs. It
Exactly.
was good time. Mark, if you can, man, watch it, rent it, or find or go to the theater, just with all the nut bars. Hopefully, it's still not as crazy because this movie was nuts with the fans after the first week, and so I don't. So I'll just for Mark's sake, I'll relive my story. When I went to see it opening night, I took the family. I think everybody watched the trailer and memorized the second trailer because every scene that was in the trailer, when it came to the movie, they all yelled out the exact lines that were supposed to be. And
Chicken jockey.
chicken jockey, and everybody's yelling it out, and it was hilarious. Usually I dislike that stuff, but this was actually kind of funny. And so, and then like a week later, you start seeing people throwing popcorn, chicken jogging, or throwing. It's just being absolute douchebags after that. But it is a super fun movie, and I can't wait to see it again. It's in my Xbox wish list, so I'll buy the movie there when it goes on sale, and all of that stuff. Because I don't steal my movies. I actually purchase them still, all digital and mainly on Xbox. So. I have a library there, but yeah, no, that's really good. You guys have any movie news or anything like that, or any stuff that you may have heard coming down the line? Anything you've seen on Facebook or anything like that? If not, that's totally cool. I'm just dropping this right on you.
Seen the State Farm commercials with Batman?
No.
Or is that only an American thing?
Must be an American thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Those commercial State Farms running with Batman in the background. I don't know if it's alluding to the new movie. I'm assuming it is. But,
okay.
So I think that's supposed to be coming out next year. So that's going to be awesome. And
I love me some Batman movies.
Me too.
Me too. I'm saying right now, this may be controversial. That last Batman movie, to me, easily the best Batman movie. Even though the Christian Bale series was awesome, that last one, who was it? Robert Pattinson?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that one.
That
was mind-blowing. Yeah, he's not the vampire for me, all right? I know nothing about that. I've never seen the Twilight series. I don't care. But he was...
They're a good laugh.
He was an awesome Batman. The movie made it seem like he is a detective, like he's supposed to be.
Yes, absolutely.
It was top-notch. Does Joker count as a Batman movie? I'm going to say no, because Batman, that Joker, the first Joker movie was one of the best movies I've seen in the last few years. It was powerful. Joaquin Phoenix did incredible, and a wonderful display of just a man going through it. It was so Big Casino. I want to tell you, I don't think that Spider-Man noir film is legit. I don't think that trailer's legit. I think that's a AI made trailer. And everybody in the comments, the one you sent me on Twitter, everyone was saying it was AI made. I just want to because I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what everybody was saying. But just as a heads up, big news, YouTube is demonetizing all of these websites that make fake movie trailers, AI movie trailers. They're demonetizing them. Because everybody's sick and tired of fake movie trailers. There was only one Joker movie. We didn't talk about the other one. Yeah, I couldn't care less to see the one with Lady Gaga at all. And
I've seen the reviews. That's one review I will believe.
He made it like crap on purpose, apparently. The execs made him make a second movie, and he purposely just kiboshed it. That's the whole story going around. Even other Hollywood elites and directors are saying they're glad he did this, just because they wanted to milk it. Part 2 would have been awesome. but not the way he did it. Lee, you've seen it, eh?
Seen the Batman film?
The Joker film?
Oh, I've seen both of them. Yes.
Oh, you've seen one with Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Why?
God bless you.
It is because I needed to see how it went.
Really?
What do you mean, really?
So, what did you think?
Oh, it wasn't good.
But you had to go to the theater to see it?
Well, yeah, because if the first one's that good,
The
then...
first one is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if the first one's that good, surely the second one should have been as good.
But
and
we
it
all know the second one. We all knew the second one was going to be terrible. Big Casino brought up the ballerina. I cannot wait to see that movie.
wasn't. Is that the John Wick?
The John Wick murderous rampage freaking movie. The new trailer is out, and we watched it last night again. I was like, this is going to be fantastic. I think it comes out in a couple of weeks or whatever. So I'll be going to see the ballerina.
That's not long.
No, it's going to be amazing. So this Thursday, just to announce again, I'm going to see the last and final Mission Impossible Tom Cruise saga, the 2 hours and 50
Until
minutes.
they make the next one.
Until they make the next one, yeah. But this one's supposed to be the final reckoning. And so we'll see what's up with that ballerina, man. And we're going to watch one trailer of... We're going to watch 4 trailers. But one of them is called The Long Walk. And this is Stephen King's... It's a Stephen King's first book, apparently. And they turned it into a movie. And I saw the trailer last night, and I was just like, this looks
Terrifying.
good. No, I don't know what it's about. I do and I don't. And it actually has Mark Hamill in it. And yeah, so we'll see. So yeah, so this week in movies, gentlemen, and just as a heads up, everybody, this will be ever evolving. We will get more stuff going on and more news and more or whatever. It's just we're episode 6. It's all good. We'll get her.
Point.
Yes.
Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
I don't know if anybody could match. Well, so voice for sure.
Well, I mean, Heath Ledger's Joker was brilliant. It's just the overall body of work. I have to give it to Mark Hamill, only because of that.
Yes.
You're talking about a one-off performance, Heath Ledger for sure. Joaquin Phoenix second, but as far as longevity, Mark Hamill for sure.
You ready for this take? I think Joaquin Phoenix is way better than Heath Ledger for Joker. And I know everybody loves Heath Ledger. And I think it's because the dude killed himself mainly. If he hadn't done it, I think there would have been some proper argument and stuff. But I just think Joaquin Phoenix stood out to me where Heath Ledger did good. That's just my thoughts. Anyways, that's just my thoughts.
I prefer Heath Ledger.
All right.
I think I give the nod to Heath Ledger only because it was like a true Batman movie as well too, where he played the villain, and he wasn't like Jack Nicholson's portrayal of Joker, which was like overly, it's kind of weird, but it worked during that time frame. Heath Ledger's like, it was a mastermind behind it, where he was one step ahead of everybody the entire time, and everyone just thought he was crazy.
Yeah, I want to watch
That's
that
what
trilogy
made that
again. I need to watch that trilogy again. I've been wanting to do it.
Yeah, me too.
Jerome from Gotham was amazing. Gotham was a great show. I just don't remember. Comparing the Joaquin Phoenix Joker to Heath Ledger is like comparing apples and oranges, in your opinion? Okay.
I need to watch that Penguin show.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, apparently that is great.
Yeah.
That's related to that Robert Pattinson Batman.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it's Colin Farrell's Penguin in both.
Oh,
So,
I didn't realize that. But I heard it's awesome. Apparently, Colin Farrell's amazing in this.
I've heard the same, but I just need to watch that.
Okay.
A lot of things to watch.
Robin Lord Taylor was the best Penguin I've ever seen in Gotham. That's got to be the
That's
best
the
Penguin.
super skinny dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. other
His
than
acting in that show was insane.
isn't he? And he's good in everything that he's in.
Mhm.
Everything, and other than just being super duper skinny, he just seemed to be really good in all of that. All right. So yeah, so out this week is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Also, the live action Lilo and Stitch, and so we will watch the trailer. I couldn't give two craps about Lilo and Stitch, but there's others who were excited for Lilo and Stitch, so that loved it and grew up with Lilo and Stitch. So,
Yeah, it was a great movie.
okay, that's what Lee said too, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah, you've got to rewatch it. I mean, it's only those Disney movies back then are only like an hour and a half long. I think you'll like it. It was a fun movie.
Yeah, I love. I look back at those films quite fondly because it's such a concise watch, where it's like it's hour and a half, no filler. You just get the whole story, and it's solid.
Okay,
Start to end.
so this Lilo and Stitch is live action because Disney is doing that to all their shows, and so we're gonna give it a watch. And are you guys ready? This is 2 minutes and 24 seconds. This is where the copyrights will come in and stuff. So I'll have to edit it out at the when I get my copyright notices. But...
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
He escaped.
He is trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one.
What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
Can you imagine Hawaii being a hideous planet?
I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
It is just like a one film to take.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, is it Memorial Day weekend coming up?
Yes.
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Yeah.
Get down from there.
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing? No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Yeah.
Rough.
We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That was close. I don't think you're supposed to drink that.
Agent Cobra Bubbles. We have a blue dog to catch.
No, wait!
So that's how they're gonna extend it another half an hour.
That's how they're gonna what?
2 hours. That's how they're gonna make this 2 hours long.
All right, so that's the new Lilo and Stitch. That's coming out in I just showed everybody for Lee. All right, that's coming out this weekend. I honestly don't have any desire to see it, but the only way I'll go see it is like Steph's like, hey, I want to watch this. I'll be like, all right, let's watch it. And I don't know if my boys really give a crap about it.
I don't hate it. I just think it's unnecessary.
Okay.
And which is arguably worse.
Huh. Mark, what are your thoughts on this Disney remake?
I think this will actually be one of the better live action remakes that they did. But I mean that's not really saying too much considering look at the competition. But
It's a low bar.
but they left out one crucial character from this remake, and that's the thing that's probably bothers me the most.
Jumba, yeah,
Yeah, the hunter,
yeah.
the cop. Yep, they left him out.
Oh, Gantu.
I don't
Gone
even.
to, yes.
I don't even know anything about this. I honestly, I know. I think we seen it, and I probably was daydreaming or something like that. Wow. Okay.
But you have got to watch the anime, Paul. I think you would actually enjoy it. Just
I think
give
we
it a
seen
quick
it.
watch.
Like this was before Disney was getting roped up into the more modern audience instead of just family oriented stuff.
It came out in 2002.
Yeah, so their stuff was still good back then. Because when did Mulan come out? Was that like 96 or 98 or something?
98.
Yeah, that's my fave Disney movie, Mulan.
Yeah.
And their live action Mulan is a train wreck of terrible.
1998.
I love it. It's so good. And of course, the classic Jungle Book and all that.
The live action wasn't too bad.
Oh,
Compared,
I didn't like it.
Aladdin was horrible, and Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, you know what? I enjoyed. That's with Will Smith as the genie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that. I thought that was fun and funny, but the live action Mulan was I had high hopes for that though. I'll say I had high hopes for the Mulan, and maybe that's why I was just like, this is not good.
I think the best one of these remakes is the first Maleficent, because it just took it in a different direction.
Is it because it was Angelina Jolie?
No, it's just because it's like, sure, man. It's just because it's like the same sort of story, but just told in a different perspective, went in a different direction, and I just think that was more interesting, more of an original idea, giving it more validation instead of just, hey, it's the same story.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the live action.
That was outstanding.
Yeah, that was really good. I went to the theater to see that.
Hard to call that live action. One character is real.
Still though. Yeah. All right, so we have another trailer here. Is this gonna? Okay, it is gonna work. This is Marvel's Ironheart. This actually comes out soon. They decided to wait a long time before doing the trailer. Let's be honest, Disney has never been great in originality. Their golden age films were retelling stories to the public domain. Yeah, no, it's true. And so this is Ironheart. This is something that they held off for a while on giving it to us. And now that they have, has gotten a pant load of hate. Look at this pro tip.
doubt.
Keep your expectations low so you won't be disappointed. And that's probably the best way. So here it is here.
Was a genius. So you in or out? Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable. Something
important.
iconic.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew.
I could chew a lot.
You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that.
This is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
All right.
Notice how none of us really gave room to that.
So, Lee, let's start with you because you're our Marvel buff. This one of the things I noticed today, and I notice every time we do a movie podcast, whatever. Lee knows what he's talking about with movies and TV shows and stuff, and he doesn't fluff his way around topics like he does on the gaming podcast, which is awesome. So, Lee,
Not know what you're talking about.
yeah, you do. So, give me your thoughts, man.
It's fine. It's passable. It's there's way more interesting stuff you could make a story about than investing it into this. The character exists in comics, from what I'm aware of. It's a fairly new character. But there's always been like prodigies to Iron Man. But it just feels that there's not a lot of that there's just not a lot of thought behind this. That they're just making it because it's like, well, you know, we can serve a certain demographic, and instead of like the wider audience that could include everyone, instead of just serving a demographic. Like, but hey, I'll probably watch it because I've seen everything up to this point, so I'll keep going until it dies.
All right, it's not going to die. They need to milk that for all it's worth.
But yeah, I mean the last couple of Marvel films I think have been good. Not fantastic, but good. And so I'm looking forward to the films more so than the shows, because I think Star Wars does better with shows than films, and Marvel does better with films than shows.
All right, Mark,
And I think they need to stick more with that.
Mark, what are your thoughts on Ironheart? Oh, can't hear you, sir. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
Yeah.
All right, it's crap, 100% crap. I will watch it just to say that I gave it a fair shot. I'll watch the first episode, but from what I've seen and what I'm thinking Disney's doing, I think it's absolute crap. There's no hiding that I'm not a big Disney fan because I don't like what they did to Star Wars. I think they're doing the same thing with Marvel. They're watering it down too much. You got characters that are supposed to be like ripping people's arms off and stuff like that. You know, look what they did to the Hulk and everything. I agree with Lee's point that they're just trying to serve a different demographic and everything, and which is nothing wrong with that. But there's other ways of doing that, and I think Disney is not doing this. I think they're doing this not because they want to do it because it's right. I think it's because of the money they're going to try to get more money, sell more toys to another demographic and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with anything else. I think what Disney does and what Disney does best is they make a lot of money off of mediocrity these days, and that's my biggest issue with Disney. But I'm like I said, I'll watch the first episode, but I'm not a fan of the character. I wasn't a fan of the last Black Panther movie. I thought the first one was excellent. The second one, I thought the only reason why it did any good is because Chadwick passed away, and they did a 3 or 4 minute tribute at the beginning of the movie and got people all emotional to thinking the last Black Panther movie was actually better than it was, because in reality, it truly was crap, but nobody wants to call it out. That's just my opinion.
No, that's cool, man. The first Black Panther movie was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear like a take on the second Black Panther like that. I kind of liked it. I think the main thing is that they just should have recast.
Absolutely.
I know Chadwick Boseman was a great actor and all the stuff that he was a part of, and he meant a lot to all the other actors and people involved in those films. But there's a whole lot more stories that you could do with T'Challa as the Black Panther.
Instead of T'Challa?
Well, no, it would be Shuri.
I know.
That's his sister, but like she did take the mantle up in the comics. It's just there's a whole lot that we've missed, we've skipped over because we fast tracked his death.
Sure.
And I just think it would have been like I don't know who I'd pick to recast. Instead of having Chadwick, but I just think a recast would have been a better option.
Big Casino. Oh yes. Okay.
And having Riri Williams in that film, though she wasn't really necessary in the film. It was just for the purposes of adding a new character. Then we get this, and it's not. Yeah. It just doesn't quite work for me.
So to recast the Fantastic Four, but horrible to recast anybody else.
Yeah.
So Big Casino.
I'm very excited for.
I watched a trailer last night called "The Killer of Killers." It's a Predator animated show where the Predator is going through time, going up against Earth's like samurais in World War I or II, whatever, World War II most likely. It and Vikings, it looks freaking amazing as opposed to the trailer I showed you guys on the Friday. Killer of Killers, check it out. It's coming to Disney Plus. It looks freaking amazing. Okay, next trailer up, and we got one more after this. This is called The Long Walk. This is one that I will definitely go see. It is a Stephen King adaptation from his novels. I believe, I don't know for sure, but I think The Long Walk was his first book, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong about this, but it is a Stephen King book. I want to see this so bad. Are you guys ready?
That looks interesting.
That looks amazing. So Carrie was his first book. Okay. What would you say is the best Stephen King movie adaptation so far? To me, it's the new It 1 and 2. There's awesome. There's even the TV shows on, I believe, on Prime that's made from Stephen King book and stuff like that. The newer It is just, it brings a creep level, a scare level. It was so good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. As opposed to the old It, where the first half was awesome, the second half was not. What's that?
I said the first half was awesome, the second half was horrible.
Yeah, but if you go to the new It and watch 1 and 2, there's stuff they do in that's kind of like, okay, the creepy killer clown, really messed up, and so now don't get me wrong, the original Carrie was good, Firestarter was good. I'm pretty sure Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. That's a Stephen King book. And there's a few others. Cujo. The only thing I really remember about Cujo is wanting the dog to eat the kid because the kid would not shut up. And I was just a teenager then. I was like, please, for the love of God, eat this child. But yeah, there's some really good Stephen King books and adaptations. But I just think for horror, It 1 and 2 of the newer version is just outstanding. Maximum Overdrive.
Admit the Green Mile.
The Green Mile, fantastic. Yeah. Maximum Overdrive.
Stephen King?
Yes, Green Mile is a Stephen King book, if I'm not
No
mistaken.
way.
That's an awesome movie. I didn't know it was Stephen King either. But Big Casino brought Maximum Overdrive. That is one of my faves in the 80s. I thought that was a special movie. Had Emilio Estevez in it. And I don't want to spoil anything, even though it's been 40 years, whatever. But there's some really cool stuff in Maximum Overdrive. All right, so that looks awesome. I cannot wait to see that. And we're going to watch, I've not seen this yet, is the Happy Gilmore 2. That's coming out on Netflix very soon. And they kind of have a tease. This is the teaser trailer. A minute and 45 seconds of a teaser. Shouldn't teasers be like 30 seconds or something? But whatever. So here we go.
Arnold. Jacko. Tiger. SpongeBob? What is that? What's with the beaver teeth? I haven't swung a club in years. I'm a little intimidated.
Yes.
All these guys hit it
Big
now.
Casino.
I don't know where to start.
Come on, brother. Grip it and rip it.
I guess I need to update my happy place to something a little more age appropriate.
It's magic. Oh. What is that?
Mr. Gilmore? Holy shit.
We're not done with golf. Let them see the happy I fell in love with.
Let's go.
Okay.
We'll put a little extra into this one.
Oh.
I am so sorry.
July 25th. Okay. I love the first one, man. I thought that was a classic. Okay, and that's it. It's got a lot of... Okay. All right, boys, are you a fan of that?
I haven't seen the first one.
What?
Shock face.
How could you not see the first Happy Gilmore?
I'm just not a fan of Adam Sandler.
Okay. So I'll be honest, old Adam Sandler, I'm not a fan of. Like the last 10, 15 years, Adam Sandler, I'm a huge fan of his movies. And I know this is one of those rare movies, which I think is awesome from his library. But his last few movies are just so stinking good. There's one that was Netflix that he was kind of like a jewelry sort of sports bettor, but a jewelry sort of dude. And it was Oscar-worthy performance. It was outstanding. But I can't believe you haven't seen the first Happy Gilmore. You got to watch it.
I think the last new Adam Sandler film was Pixels, and it was absolutely garbage.
Oh, stop it! Pixels is a blast! Lee, what is wrong with you?
If you took Adam Sandler out of it.
No, it's fun. Pixels is fun. Mark, come on. What are your thoughts here?
It's an awesome concept. The execution is dire.
Fun. That's the word you meant to say.
No.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I only have like 5 or 6 Adam Sandler movies I actually like.
Yep.
A little bit of Adam Sandler goes a very long way, just like Nicolas Cage acting.
Yes.
But you can only take a little bit in short spurts, but once you see it, you don't want to see another Nicolas Cage or Adam Sandler movie again for at least another year or two.
That's so awesome. All right. So let me just go through some of these that are really fantastic. I haven't seen Spaceman. That's his latest Netflix one. Let's see. There's Leo. That was the cartoon. I didn't see that. I couldn't care less. It says, "You were so not invited to my bat mitzvah." Not good. That's a girly kids movie. Murder Mystery 2 is fun. It has Jennifer Aniston. Hustle. Watch Hustle, man. That is one of his more higher rated movies. That to me was kind of like a Oscar performance. Home movie, The Princess Bride. What is that? I don't know. Uncut Gems. That's it there. Watch Uncut Gems. So Hustle is the sports one. Uncut Gems is a must. Let's see, Murder Mystery, of course. He went from kind of a putz, and once he got out of SNL for a while, he kind of just turned some things around. There's some really good movies, kind of like the 50 First Dates. Blended, to me, in 2014 that's one of Steph and I's favorites. We watch that a couple times a year. Blended is a blast. It is, and that's with Drew Barrymore as well. That's so much fun. Kick him out. I hear you, Big Casino. Grown Ups. The Grown Ups movies are a blast. 1 and 2. They're so much fun.
Not the second one.
Yeah, I agree there.
Oh, I enjoyed the second one. I had good laughs with that one. Bedtime Stories. I'm not sure if I like that one or not. Let's see.
That one's fine.
Yeah, 50 First Dates. That's 2004. Mr. Deeds. I don't remember.
That was okay. He had
Little Nicky. I don't remember.
That was okay as well.
And then Big Daddy, The Water Boy, The Wedding.
Big Daddy's good.
The Wedding Singer is my all-time fave Sandler movie. The Wedding Singer. Did you guys see that one?
No.
Mark, did you see The Wedding Singer?
No, I don't. I might have seen it in a little bit of it, but I never watched the whole movie.
Okay, 1998. That was the Drew Barrymore, Adam Sandler, amazing movie. It's based in the 80s. He's a wedding singer, and it's funny and it's fun. I highly recommend it. Julia Gulia. You got to check it out.
I think Adam Sandler is the reason why I don't like Drew Barrymore and Jennifer Aniston.
Oh no!
Especially Jennifer Aniston. I cannot stand Jennifer Aniston. She was in every single movie from like 2000 through 2005. Like every movie had Jennifer Aniston in it. It drove me crazy.
I mean, it's the Friends sort of popularity,
and it's also the visual.
Ugh. I don't know. She wasn't that visual to me. There was way more visual during that time frame than Jennifer Aniston. And Angelina Jolie, that was her golden era too.
Yes, absolutely.
So
no argument with that.
That was way better than looking at Jennifer Aniston.
There's room for more than one, Mark. There's room for more than one. I'm just saying. That's awesome.
Then Drew Barrymore, she's got a face that looks like she got hit with a shovel. I always call her shovel face.
No.
Her face is so flat in the front, like she got hit with that shovel in the face. So I don't know. I just can't stand her acting either.
Wow. Okay, I'm shocked.
But you ever seen an Adam Sandler film called Jack and Jill?
Yes, I did. And that's who was in that one?
Oh, it's Adam Sandler and Adam Sandler. Because he played both Jack and
No, I didn't
Jill.
see this one. No, I just brought it up here. I was like, no, I didn't see that.
It is absolutely garbage.
Yeah, that doesn't interest me. But
Crazy Nights was good. I did like that one.
Yeah, that's the holiday one, right? It was a cartoon?
Yeah, the holiday animated one.
Right. Okay, wow, some shocking truths from the boys.
And Billy Madison, I forgot that one.
Yeah, that's one of his most famous ones. But okay, Bob Barker won't be in Happy Gilmore 2 though, so that kind of sucks. It would have been funny to see him beat up like 100-year-old Bob Barker. Well, Boys, we're at the end. But
Are we?
oh no, we're not. We got to chat Napoleon Dynamite. Mark, have you seen Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Classic.
Yeah. So Lee. So that was the homework for this week was Napoleon Dynamite. I almost forgot all about it. Thank you, Lee. And so it was mandatory that Lee watched it. I don't think Lee is really going to like this movie, but it was also mandatory for James to watch it. But he's filling Mooney up with some DNA, so he wouldn't be around today. So hopefully he did get to watch it, or they're watching it together. But Lee, the stage is yours. I'm actually going to click on your face here and give us your breakdown. Give us your breakdown of Napoleon Dynamite.
It was a roller coaster. It's an hour and 20 minutes. Came out in 2004. It looks like it came out in the 80s. The film is just awkward the whole time, and I didn't quite get it until about half an hour in. And that's when it like dawned on me as like, okay, what is the budget for this film? And I looked up the budget, and it was $400,000. And the main actor only received $1,000 for his role, and that's when it clicked. It's like, yeah, with a film and this budget, this thing's a friggin' masterpiece. If it was 400 million, I'd be like, yeah, this is absolute garbage. But considering that the average film during the time was 100 million, like this is next level. Yeah, it was fine. I don't hate it. I think you're going to be very disappointed, as he's struggling to keep his mouth shut. But it's, yeah, I kind of had a hard time. I thought it was but I thought it was, I enjoyed it more than I thought towards the end. Yeah, I it's, I don't know. I think the best part of it for me was the school principal thing, like the class principal part. I thought that whole stuff was the most interesting part to me. Where he's just making friends with that guy, that Mexican. Yeah, that was funny to me. But just everyone is deadpan. It's an interesting film. One that I'm probably not going to watch again for a long time.
What? I guess you weren't going to Alaska hunting wolverines.
No, but it was with a 12 gauge, obviously. Because yeah, that's pretty much it. 5 out of 10. All right, Paul. Tear me apart.
Nope. I knew you weren't going to be a fan, and it's heartbreaking, Lee. Heartbreaking. Mark, give me your rundown on Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, so for a comedy movie, 5-star comedy movie. When Lee brought up the awkwardness, I thought that's, he would hone into it. That's the whole point of the movie, the awkwardness of Napoleon and the things he does, like when he drew that picture of the girl and
Oh, the
and she got it.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
no,
No, no,
yeah.
the
Yes.
portrait of her. And he said it took me I think he said it took me an hour to get the shading right on your upper lip. Um, when the grandmother said go out there and feed Tina, and he just goes out there with the steak. Tina, you fat tub of lard, come eat some dinner. And you didn't know it was a llama.
Yeah.
It was a llama. His uncle who could have gone pro. He could throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
That was funny. That was funny.
It was. Oh my gosh.
I mean, Napoleon taking that orange and throwing it at the windshield and the way he screamed. Or when the guy rang the doorbell and he said, "I'll get it," and he slapped the hell out of his brother. I mean, there was so many great movies. Of course, Rex Kwon Do.
Yep. Dietrich Bader.
Yeah. I mean, everything about it, or even the high school, like the popular guy, the bully guy. The fact that he looked 35 and wasn't in high school.
Yep.
They do that all the time with those films as well.
I love Napoleon Dynamite. It is a classic. It is a movie that I feel like everybody that loves comedy movies should see. If you get it, you get it. It's just everything about it. You know, him rolling down the window of the school bus and having a little wrestler just hanging from the street and just
that was
dangling.
like the first thing in the whole film.
Yep.
That was the first thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I love it.
That is one of my probably in top 5 movies of faves of all time. That I got that. I've got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the first one.
That's really good.
That is amazing. Napoleon Dynamite is truly a classic, brilliant movie. It's quotable. It's got so much funny stuff in it. Do chickens have large talons? The old guy's like, what? Do chickens have large talons? He's like, boy, I don't understand the word you just said. And then they kick back this egg drink or something like that, and he gags. It's so freaking funny, man. The movie is amazing. And are you drinking 1%? Because you could totally drink like whatever he said after that, talking to Tina.
Yeah,
or not Tina.
fat.
I'm sorry. Yeah. It's just. Mark pointed out the awkwardness of Napoleon. It's just he did it perfectly, and his wife is the one who kind of said, "Hey, this is how you should look," and have like the mouth open with the eyes down like there. It's phenomenal.
The whole film, though.
Yes, because he does that though with his mouth open, and his wife kind of makes fun of him about it. And it's like, that's Napoleon. That's how you should do the character. Like Lee, if you search up the stardom of Napoleon Dynamite, like or the cultural impact of Napoleon Dynamite, even today, people still dress up as Napoleon Dynamite to do videos, to go trick or treating, everything. It is legit a cult classic.
Yeah, the vote for Pedro shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, those were huge.
Yes, they were.
Everyone had one of those shirts back then. But yeah, Napoleon Dynamite. I mean, I didn't even watch it this week, and because I wasn't around for the last movie podcast, but just remember everything off the top of my head just like shows how much of an impact that movie had. It was great.
So stinking good.
I'm really glad you guys will enjoy him as much as you do.
Do I ever? I love it.
I do not begrudge people who really enjoy that kind of comedy.
Sure.
It's just not a comedy that resonates with me.
I didn't think it was.
I think it's partly because like I'm incredibly old as well. Not like that. But like I'm just awkward, and I just see that, and I think, if I'm anything like that, I just instantly cringe.
It's so friggin' good.
And because there's a popular British TV show, which isn't around anymore, but it's called Peep Show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with like 2 British comedians, and in like a workplace and that. And I've seen a few episodes of it. I've been told that it's really good. I do not like it. because it's like that kind of awkward.
It's British too, so it wouldn't be funny.
And I just find it so cringeworthy the entire time, and it's not something that I enjoy. This I kind of enjoyed, but yeah.
Okay. All right. What's the next? What's the next movie?
I gotta ask Lee just one question. What was the funniest part of the movie for you?
Probably literally the throwing the pigskin quarter mile.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the
him doing that little video of him just passing the ball, and it was just all awkward, underhanded.
Yeah.
It's so friggin' funny.
Uncle Rico.
All right. Do you guys have anything like another movie that we should watch or anything like that for next Monday?
Well, we got to find something that you haven't seen, and that's going to be really difficult.
Well, if you guys want to take a day and think on it, that's totally fine.
Have you got anything in mind?
Me? No. But I want you guys should come up with something then.
Sure. Yeah.
Have you seen Naked Gun movie? The Naked Gun, the first one? Okay, sold. Lee, we're watching The Naked Gun, the first Naked Gun. The Naked Gun, the first one. Oh, what's that, Mark?
To be fair, I haven't watched that one. I've seen number 2 and 3. I've seen 2 and 3 though.
You haven't seen the first one?
No. It never pops on TV that much. Like number 3 used to pop on, 2 and 3 used to pop on TV all the time for me.
Okay.
But number 1 I haven't watched.
Is it necessary to see all? I mean, like for this one, it will probably just be the one. But what I mean is, like, in order to understand the new one, do you think I'd have to see all of them?
No.
Cool.
Not at all. All right. Naked Gun.
Hey, I like watching film. It gives me motivation to do that.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's watch Naked Gun this week, and then we'll report back if everybody could also do the same thing. All right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Mark, where can we find you on your socials?
You find me on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, everything. Ultimate Hater 87 or Ultimate Hater 1987.
Okay. And Lee, where can we find you on all your socials?
YouTube, Twitch, Discord, Lee Everett.
Okay. And for me, you can find my stuff in the description if you like. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today for this. This was tons of fun. Super disappointed in Lee, but what else is new? All right. As for Mark, as for Napoleon, my name is Paul, and you guys... take care.
What did you do to the stream there?
Nothing.
Freaking idiot. Gosh.
Tana, you fat lard, come get something to eat. And so what the let's see. When Napoleon calls and asks for his chapstick, and Kip is standing there grating cheese for his nachos, and it keeps switching to Napoleon, Kip, the cheese keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger on top of the nachos. It's insane. And another funny quip about that, when Uncle Rico is eating steak, he's a vegetarian. So whenever he takes a bite of steak and pretends to chew, he always wipes his face. But when he's doing it, he's spitting out the steak inside in the paper towel. It's crazy, man. I love this movie so much. I watched it with the director's commentary. It was awesome.
And that steak was bloody rare too.
Very funny.
What's that, Mark?
I said the steak was rare, extra rare too.
Yep.
There's blood everywhere on that plate, and he's a vegetarian.
Yeah, when he smokes Napoleon on the bike too with the steak in the face, like that was legit too. He took it like a boss. That's so funny. All right, boys.
That was a great joke. He just.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lee.
You know exactly what
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, YouTube land. We should be. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off Wednesday, and back to work on Thursday. I got to do tons of cleaning, but I should be in time to stream tomorrow. So we'll figure something out. Everybody have an awesome